Welcome to another edition of Sound Chat with Irish and Chin. Interviewing some of the legends, Kingston, Jamaica in the Garrison. Strictly sound system culture, living legend in the sound clash world. Original Joe Lickshot, Jimmy Metro, the owner of Metro Media. Man himself, Cutty Ranks. So, today we're in England, vibing with some of the heavy hitters of dancehall. And when I say dancehall, of course, I'm not talking about modern day dancehall. I wouldn't, you know, there'd be no reason for me to fly to England to speak to anybody of modern day dancehall. We're here in England, you know, today, and we're contacting people who played an intricate role in the molding of the whole dancehall culture. And, you know, pleasantly to my surprise, I was able to buck into this man standing right next to me. Heavy hitter, as I said, goes by the name of Bunny Lai Lai.
Yeah, man, one love. Peace.
Now, gonna get his story, of course, because you know we know that some of you may not know who Bunny Lai Lai is, but we've heard the name. We've heard the name in some heavy, hard-hitting dub plates and sound clashes, right? We can remember, or some of you who are cassette collectors and sound clash, you know, enthusiasts can remember the legendary debate between King Addies and Saxon about who had Bunny Lai Lai and who didn't have Bunny Lai Lai. Yeah. But before we get to that, I want to know where it started for you, Bunny.
It started in 1977.
77.
Right.
In the dance hall or outside the dance hall?
Outside the dance hall.
Outside the dance hall. Yeah. Describe to me what was taking place with you in 1977.
In 1977, I grew up in Spanish Town. So that was a place where the routine of the music came to me, where I used to, you know, like hear sound system going through, and, you know, to my knowledge, I just think of, you know, just listening to this music because I liked it and I was young at the time.
Right.
So I feel good of listening.
At the time, who were some of the people that you were listening to?
People who I listened to at the time, my favorite artist at the time I listened was Dennis Brown.
Dennis Brown.
Right.
What urged you to know, you know, instead of being a spectator, instead of being a music listener, to also become an artist yourself? What brought that upon you?
The influence of the music, you know, what I hear at that time, and also other things like, you know, the sound, because with music you have to hear a sound to really go for it as a young person at that time in those days. So when I was, you know, going through like the town, because you have sound system playing the road at that time, that's how music started, you know, way back in those days.
The sound system.
Right.
So it all goes back to the sound system.
Yeah, it's going back to the sound system those days. So I used to hear like the music, blah blah, etc. But the next thing that when I hear it at that time, I didn't have any connection to go forward. So I see a friend who had heard me doing something at a club named Big Daddy Club in Spanish Town. I went on you call it talent contest, like when you have the X Factor, the American Idol now. You know, so those days you have to go through those periods. It's not like now. It's the same thing now as we would buck up, you know, and just say, well, yes, that was the days, but this is now.
Right.
But we did it at that time, those days too. It's now popular more now.
It's now popular, but there were talent searches back in the 70s.
Right.
And of course, the talent searches were responsible for finding a lot of the young talent that was trying to break into the industry.
True.
So you entered the talent search.
Right.
Did you win?
I didn't win, but I came second. Because it was like, you see, everything have a politics. We call it politics. So I didn't even really put myself to keep myself there. I just keep going forward. As you say, forward make you better. Right. So I just keep going forward. So I buck up this youth named Buggy Nose, a young guy from Canada. And he said he know some guys from Kingston. Because Spanish Town is only like 12 miles away from Kingston. So he said, you know, we got to hook up with these guys. So I said to myself, how I'm going to get hooked up with them? I don't know them. So he said to me, we could take a bus, go there. At the time, you have buses like, you know, I like the people to know all those things. You have buses like Penoverland, you know, the Bronx going there. It's on at that time too. It's not like now when you're paying, maybe it could be $200 from Spanish Town to Kingston now.
Right.
But at those time, it was like you're talking about 20 pence. And 20 pence here now is blah, blah, blah.
It's nothing.
It's nothing, right?
Right.
So we hooked up, blah, 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 wait for him and around a place they call named Munimar Square. That is in Spanish Town. A lot of people will know that. And we hooked up, we get on the bus, we went to town. So true, as I grew up as a youth, I grow, you know, a lot of people may say you grow like, you grow around the table. You have ghetto and you have round the table.
Right.
But I was a person in between. Myself. My family was like round the table. But I like to mix around with everybody.
You were in the doorway.
In the doorway.
You wasn't outside in the ghetto,
No.
but you wasn't at the table. You're in at the doorway.
Right.
You're growing at the doorway.
Growing at the doorway, right?
Yeah.
So the point is now, when he said I'm going to drop, we're going to Painland. Oh gosh, you know what Kingston is like.
Right.
Painland, I'm saying Painland, those places, whatever. So I move on and said, all right then, we're going to, yeah, I will go. So when I see press the bell on the bus, we stopped it, we went up. Then after that, we talked to about 4 guys going up. But he said to me he's going to check some DJs. And this DJ was Clint Eastwood. That is Trinity brother. You know, DJ Trinity now,
Yes.
Eastwood brother. So, blah, blah. We go there. We went there. We have a guango tree. Because a lot of people see a lot of artists come from, all the artists, and mostly of them from the 70s, like the Barry Brown, Barrington, Michael Prophet, Anthony Johnson, Little John, Rod Taylor, Philip Fraser, and a lot more. That guango tree in Painland was where we stands on a roadside to get ourselves lined up to go to studio, which is another blah blah extras, another about 15 miles again in Kingston.
So during this time then, right, under this tree, the artists that you just mentioned, Barry Brown, you just mentioned Barrington, no one had a career yet.
No one had a career yet. Only one though. Barry Brown has a career at that time. Barry has a career. Prophet don't come yet.
Prophet don't come yet. Barrington Levy, nothing.
Barrington wasn't even there as much.
So who were you calling Levy a while ago?
All right, Barrington is the same Barrington Levy, but he named into the vicinity, which is Painland, as Barrington Levy. They didn't even call him Barrington. It was another name, but I'm young to the situation at the time too. I just go into this neighborhood, don't know what is really going on. So the point is, I have to learn from who carry me there and who I'm going to meet up to.
Right.
So when I meet up Eastwood now, you know, Buggy call Eastwood and he comes out and we go under this guango tree. All of us there. We talk, blah, blah, blah. Then they say they're going up to Joe Gibbs, right? I follow them because I'm young, you know, and I'm having a bigger youth. Because at the time, I was about 17. So we all grouped up. The other time you take taxi. In Jamaica, taxi wasn't that blah, blah, etc. refined like now. You know, the olden days thing. But we always pack up in it because like all 6, 7, 8 man pack up in a one taxi. Because you got to say, every man would pay, at that time you're talking about $20, which right now is 20 pence to England.
Right.
So that's how we reached there. So every man pack up, blah, blah. We reach up to Joe Gibbs, blah, we was there, doing everything. But as I say before, I am from between, so I'm coming from the doorway. I went there with them, I studied what's going on, blah, 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 blah. And I look at the situation to say, now you got to get your own tape. You got to get everything now. And it's easy now. But those days, you got to pay for the session. You got to get a musician, you got to get everybody. So what did? I go there and I study what is going on. Didn't do no singing, no blah, blah, no singing at all. Just moving around with them to know the business. And then I take it from there. And that's how I really enter between the line. And that was a good thing for me as an experience to learn quickly.
So you learned how the mechanics. You
mechanics of them.
You learned the mechanics of how it took to be an artist. You make your first recording when?
All right, I make my first recording 1977. The same year I went there with I hired Light Parks Band. My first song also was Miss Popular, which write by Clint Eastwood. Because at the time now, Buggy Nose give me to Eastwood.
Right.
So I'm in the right group
You're in the right hands right now, but you haven't started writing songs yourself.
No.
You're just singing songs written by other people.
Blah, blah.
No. First hit.
My first hit was my first hit was in Jamaica.
In Jamaica.
My first hit in Jamaica was a tune named Mr. Dandemite. It produced by Jat Thomas.
Jat Thomas.
Yeah.
Now, where does it go from there?
All right. After that, after the Jatamid segment, I actually, my old man, which he died now, you know, God save his soul, he said to me, boy, you're doing this thing, but I don't think Jamaica is your type of style, because in this business, and I will let anybody know, when you come with your funds, as people call it, mostly, if in Spectrum, the international market, sometimes to me, don't respect you. Because they say you're going to come with your BMW and you're going to go and leave the one that is not indoors, outdoors.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So my old man said, what you got to do is take the market, get to England, because your name is ringing there. So you better you go on that, because I don't want you to be in trouble. And that's how I keep moving.
So you left Jamaica at what,
Right.
what year?
I left here between 82 and 83.
82,
Yeah.
83, you leave Jamaica,
Yeah.
you come to England.
England, right.
When you come to England now, let's look at it from a sound systems perspective. When you land here in England, how does the sounds become relevant in your career?
All right. When I came here with John Joe, Jack Thomas, blah blah, he come out all over. We come like a group, and we came here and then.
So Henry John Lodge,
Right.
Ika Mouse,
Right. Leroy Smart,
Leroy
Billy
Smart.
Boyo, Tyan, Little John. All of us come at the same time.
Okay.
At that segment, right? And then we start, at that time, you never used to sing for a sound and put the name in the record. You got to carry your tape, 2 tracks. So we always come with tracks. You know, leave Jamaica, we got to get some songs to come here. So when we came, the sound system was going on very good. It was like Coxsone and Saxon. They were the 2 leading sound. With Java, Frontline, Nasty Rockers, and a sound in Unity. And I used to go there because they used to carry me. Because I'm in England, I don't know nowhere, so
Right.
people have to carry me around. So that's how I get located with them to push myself forward.
Now, when does Bunny Lai start to become popular now in England, as far as people been hearing your music from Jamaica?
Right.
As your dad tells you that
Right.
your music is hot in Jamaica.
Right.
But when do you, the image, the physical person, becomes so hot in Jamaica that everywhere you go is just Bunny Lai? At what point does that
All
take
right.
place?
It takes a lot of things that I did, because a lot of people don't know what did I do at that time. What did I do at that time is like, I stay here and I do like a lot of songs, because I mostly record here in London more than even Jamaica. Sometimes I do songs in Jamaica. It may go places, but I love to record in England because it's most quiet and nicer for me.
Right.
Because I don't like to be in this run up and down with the fighting in the studio and blah blah. Because when I'm in Jamaica, I don't really go to the studio. That's why enough people don't hear about Bunny Lai. They don't know where I am.
Right.
You know, it's people like Valerie from V-Rocket who know where I am. You know what I mean? So I take my time and do my music here and establish myself. So between Europe and all those places, Japan, and over your town, New America,
Yeah.
they get me mostly. In Jamaica, they see me because sometimes I work and all the music really set, sometimes it's a very divertical system in this music business. So sometimes I have to divert myself. What did I do I try to get the moment, I try to grow and the spiritual vibes of it to know the in and root. It's like you have a car wheel or a tire. You got to know to put it on. You got to know the nuts. You got to know where you're going to put the screw. And you got to know to pump it up.
Right.
So what did I do is learn from other artists, which I manage, because enough people didn't know these things, and I'm going to tell them. Shabba Ranks, which people see he reach where he is. I was one of the part of the camp who make he be Shabba Ranks. Enough people know Shabba from he's in the ghetto, sea view, blah, blah. How he reached there, people cannot tell. Bunny Lai did a lot of things, especially Clifton Specialist Delan from Shang Record can tell you that. And that was my aim a lot of the time in the music, to push myself forward. Till I just changed myself and said, this is Bunny Lai time. Bunny Lai must start doing what Bunny Lai want to do. Because I help out a lot of them. From the Red Rose, Chuck Fender, Zebra, and I just call the big man named Shabba Ranks.
Right.
So I do a lot of things for myself. But when it comes to Bunny Lai, I always stay in London and do a lot of my work, which I enjoy, as I say before. And it's very nice to do my work here. I love it. And I love London, and I love America, I love Canada, I love Jamaica, I love everywhere.
You become so exclusive though, that clashes,
Right.
sound system competitions now, Bunny Lai Lai starts to be a treasure.
Right.
To have a dub plate special, right. We go on, of course, to see the legendary sound system Saxon here from England, right, competing against a sound from my territory, which would be the USA, which is King Addies, and the root of the argument or the rivalry comes down to be a Bunny Lai Lai song.
At all times, I don't know why.
You know, and this, of course, as me growing up as a young youth coming into dancehall, is like, wow, why are they making such a big fuss off of this particular dub?
Right.
You know, Babyface says that you can't play a Bunny Lai Lai. Trevor Sachs says him can, and it becomes this big situation. So what I want you to explain to the people that's viewing now is that when does Bunny Lai Lai, you know, at what point do you stop molding the careers of artists and helping out artists?
Right.
At what point do you stop becoming this secluded artist that's just doing your own voicing and decide that you're going to now go in to the dance hall and make an impact that way? Who was the first sound or selector that came for you and said, Bunny, we need your music inside the dance hall, inside the Clash Arena?
All right, I'm going to give a respect to Saxon. He's one of the guys who really start me off. Because that song made, excuse me, that song made 1983.
Now you're saying that song.
Right.
But the people who are listening don't know or viewing don't know. What song are we particularly talking about?
We're talking about Give Me a Dub Plate. And
give me a taste of it.
Give me a dub plate and make we mash them down.
So give me a dub plate and make we mash them down. Combo style. I said to play me a dub plate and make we hammer them down.
That's what the song, right? Right? So that song writes 1983. And Saxon have the young belly of it, because I'm in age now, right? So it voiced when I was about 21. So the next thing is that I don't know what the problem came between the rivalry between Saxon and Addies, blah blah. But in 1988, I know I was in London, and a guy named Briggy C was in America. He called me about 2 days and said, Babyface is coming in. So, you know, they take it, you know, we don't have mobile phone those days still. All we got is, you know, went to the phone box and dropped something in there. So the point now, he called me on my house phone, blah, we talk, blah. But at 2 o'clock, one Tuesday, I never forgot it, Tuesday night, you know, he called me and he said he's coming, he's in Woolwich. Woolwich? I said, oh, you been in Woolwich and you just calling me to tell me that you're coming, they're coming off of the plane. That was Pan Am. They came, the Babyface and Briggy C. So how that it get matched up, we have a guy named Music House, which he just started at the time in Tottenham. He have a studio there. So the studio is a little studio, and these two guys came to my house. I hear the bell ring also. So I went downstairs. The man said, you can't go back upstairs. So I said, what are you talking about? I have to go upstairs. So I went, I pressed back the buzzer and tell somebody, said, throw my shoes down. Blah, blah, the shoes dropped. Blue, we went to the studio.
2 o'clock in the morning?
2 o'clock, we reached here 2:35.
Wow.
Because we went to a place they call him Blackfriars Bridge. Which, you know, that was the first time I ever go through that bridge, and I'm in London for that time. Blue, and we go through there, we reach at the studio. I didn't know what Babyface wanted. I'm going to be honest with the massive. I didn't know what he wanted. So he said to me, Lila, remember that tune, the Radio for Saxon? So I said, which tune? He said, give me a dub plate. So I said, give me a dub plate. Oh, gosh. I said, oh. So, I pick up what he's talking about. He tell Chris, the guy who owned the studio at the time, say, put on this rhythm, blah, blah, etc. You know, he seal up the deal. He get everything right. They said, they're ready to come up with a voice tune. I want people to know that Addies have that song, but it didn't sing 3 minutes. It didn't sing 2.5 minutes. All he did, he just want, give me a dub plate. Addies can mash them down. You get what I'm saying?
That's all he wanted.
That's all he wanted. That's the only chorus he wanted.
Right.
So I did it. And that's there, and I don't know. And it turned out to be a hit. No. Or maybe not even a hit. It's chilling sound or whatever.
It turned out to spark a huge rivalry between the great Saxon sound system from England and the Addies sound hailing from the US, right? With you in the center of it.
Right.
How does that change your life as far as the dance hall is concerned? Do other sound systems now link you for Bunny Lai Lai dubs?
At all times.
What did you hear the next morning? Because the clash, from what I can remember, it was done overseas.
Right.
Right? So
one is in Birmingham. First one.
One was in Birmingham.
Yeah, the first one.
And the dub was unleashed in Birmingham.
Right,
as well.
right. That's where Addis got that knocked out.
Now, what was your life like the day after?
All right, my life, I wasn't in the saddest thing. The saddest thing to get everything and to say, yeah, Bunny Lai Lai dub win a clash. I wasn't in London.
Wow.
It's 3 years after I know that a clash went on.
So where were you?
I went to Jamaica.
Oh, you went back to Jamaica
right.
after Vice and the dub play?
Yeah, done with it. That's finished. Sometimes I park music. Some people, I'm going to tell you something, and I'm coming back to your argument. I'm going to tell you. Sometimes with music, sometimes as an artist, it's just like if you're driving a car too much, you park it. You don't want to see it no more.
Right.
So that was the thing with me. I break away from the business I give it a length about, say, 9 years, 10 years. Didn't sing a music.
Didn't sing any song?
Didn't sing
no
song.
Dub plates,
no dub plate. And nobody never know where I am.
Wow.
You know, that's what, and the saddest thing for that was, I have somebody like a man who cared for me. I want to tell you that. And I couldn't leave him to be, it bring tears of me either sometimes out of school. It's so sad.
So this particular person is someone where, what did he do? Advise you not to sing, or how does that person, you know, come into your life?
Somebody I miss, man.
Someone you missed?
Very much.
Same. So is that why you take a break from the music?
Yeah.
So you take a break from the music just to
defend him, you know?
Yeah.
Because you see, the point is, I didn't grow with a mother or a dad.
Same.
So he take care of me at that time. You get what I'm saying? So I just keep going on. You know, and he died and I couldn't leave him, and I, you know, I got him buried and all those things.
And you just decided
that
you're going to give music a break.
Just give me the break at the time, you know what I mean? So now it's like I returned back to London, you know, and just started to do whatever I started to do. And that's what the main point. But, you know, but I give thanks to what I'm doing.
So you're back in the music?
Yeah, very much.
Back in the music. Touring?
We're doing a lot of things now. You know, making, you know, some old production. Stingray got some tracks to come out. I got a LP. I got about 3 LP to come out. You know, they haven't already releases yet, but they're in fine touch.
And how is the Bunny Lai Lai crave? You know, are you still getting, you know, inspired selectors coming up? Are they still
same way?
Bunny, we need this tune and that tune.
Yeah.
Well, what are your most popular dub plates before we go?
I got the most popular one right now is Give Me a Dub Plate, and the next one is Why Do a Sound Boy Trouble.
How does that one go?
The first one or the second one?
The second one.
Why do a sound boy trouble? Why you have a trouble? And if you never trouble would I never come really trouble you? Go away, sound boy.
Wow, rap.
You know what I mean?
It's the voice of Bunny Lai Lai.
Yeah, man.
The man in person. Caught up with him in London town. If you're looking at the background, you realize we're not in New York right now, you know? We're in London. Found Bunny Lai Lai. The man admits that he's been hiding from all of us for such a long time. But we just reminisce. The greatest clash, or one of the greatest clash in the history of dancehall. This man was at the center of it. It's Bunny Lai Lai, Addis versus Saxon. That's what it is.
Bunny Lai Lai, one love.
Respect.
Say why do they have to trouble? Say why they have to trouble alone? And if you never trouble would I never come